For the head football coach, Steve Johnson. Coach, you win last week against Wartburg in the home opener, 30-17. What were some things that you felt were working well for the Royals on the offense and defense?
Well, we won the game. That's the big stat. Turning the ball over when we had a couple mishaps. They kind of got back into it score-wise. Felt like defensively we really played well. Disciplined. We talk about be obedient, fast, physical. And our defense was, our outside backers, new guys, just played their hearts out and did some nice things. Wartburg's a good football team. On offense, we had no idea where they're going to be because they're flying all around. We think they're sound because they're so good,
Right.
but we couldn't figure out how they're sound. And so it's a kind of a nightmare for the O-line. Quarterback Eric Peterson just played great, and he was efficient. He had some strikes. His roommate's the center, and he dribbled one back, and he thought he just wanted to test him and give him some trials to get pure joy. But he picked that sucker up and made the play, hit Jared Schultz deep, and it was big. And we had some of our Hallstrom and Hillbrands, our two kind of hot shot receivers. They kind of got doubled up, and so Reese Walker and Grant Mitchell played a great game. Some of those other guys, and Schultz did, and those guys kind of came to the front. So we're really deep out there, and it really helps to have a quarterback who completed passes to 9 different guys. And in the running game, Brandon Marcourt did a great job running, but boy, most of it was set up by Jesse Fino. Just had an unbelievable game as far as blocking and just setting things up and doing things well.
Well, you absolutely talked about that balanced approach offensively, the rushing, the passing. You go into Storm Lake, Iowa this weekend, take on your final non-conference opponent. What are you expecting to see out of Buena Vista as you take them on for another straight year?
We hear that they're better, and we see that they're better. As we look at the tape, we get the feel, and you kind of look a little bit at how do people play and how do they run and all those different things. But really, on film, you're looking at scheme. But we've played them a few years in a row, and we know them. I think that they're not gonna have great confidence against us just because we kind of rolled them and had some fortunate things happen last year. But if they get some things going, they're a little bit more veteran as we look at their lineup, and our guys just say they're a physical team, and they get after it, and they really ended last year well. They have a brutal early schedule, but they ended last year, won 4 of the last 5, and ended up I think tied for second with about 30 other teams in their league. The whole league was kind of bunched up last year.
Well, just in closing here, I want to talk about the defensive performance last Saturday. You get a big effort again from Seth Mathis, but Josh Trimer comes away with 3 interceptions, 1 for a touchdown. Talk about the overall performance there of that group that obviously helped you go up 30-0.
Yeah, well, our defense really they did a great job. And again, obedient, fast, and physical. And what happens is up front, as those guys kind of grow, they really do some things to set our linebackers free. And Seth is just, it's kind of a weird deal because he's one of the biggest guys out there, but he's faster than everybody, and he just gets the game. His reads are like breathing, and he's just flown to the football. So he has a great game, but overshadowed by Josh Trimer, who is just a tough guy in a disciplined way and a really great athlete. And our receivers have been saying, man, we're not going to face anybody as good as Trimes all year, man. And, so all camp. So this wasn't anything new to us. Maybe the fans and people were surprised, but when Josh, he kind of 3 times we're in a man coverage situation, he baits it, finds it, boom, takes it, and just makes some great plays, and then he even scored for us. And so, right then it's like you can see Wartburg go boom,
Yeah.
So it was a pretty big deal.
Well, this Saturday, game 2 of the season, Storm Lake, Iowa, Buena Vista, 1 o'clock. Here we go.
Can't wait.